Recorded live in Morgantown, West by God, Virginia, and across the world, with your hosts, Kevin Jones, John Flowers, and our lovely co-host, Ashley. This is the Final Fourcast podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Final Fourcast featuring me, one of your co-hosts, Kevin Jones. Got my boy J Flow with me.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up? You're not gonna plug everything?
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Can't really do it right now. I'm in limbo with my financial career. So
what?
Right now. I don't even want to explain it.
Okay.
Next.
I hope that's not true because you want me to invest with you in some things. So I hope you're not in limbo. So I might have to. I have to bail while it's good to get out.
Just can't talk about it. That's all.
Oh, okay. All right, got you. Our lovely co-host Ashley is with us.
Asshole.
That's me.
Super producer Dave in the building.
That's me.
And we got
me off lately.
Why? Tell him why you mad.
I don't know, man. Something about his face. Make you want to punch him right in the suckle.
Says, is there anything I can do about it? Nope. Just
Some movie quote, Dave. Don't.
What movie is that from, Dave? Quick.
Shrek.
Ash, you know what movie that's from?
I don't.
Oh man, Step
Where's it
Brothers.
from?
Step Brothers.
Oh, I don't think I remember that.
It's all right.
I went to the movies with KJ.
We
for the
did.
first time.
How was your experience, man?
It's quite an experience.
How was that?
What did we see? It
What'd
was
you guys
Did you get handsy or something?
Element-
What do you mean by it was an experience?
Pause. We see Elementals. We didn't go together. It wasn't just us two
No,
in
it was
there
just me
seeing
and
Elementals.
KJ.
Let's get that straight. It wasn't
You
just
guys
us
take
two.
the kids.
Yeah, it
Was there
took
kids
vibe.
there?
Yeah.
It was, KJ set me up, man.
How?
It was a very
What'd I do?
emotional movie for me. KJ, did you like the movie? I don't even think he liked it.
I did like it. It was funny. I like
What'd you
kids
give
movies, especially when they got like grown people humor in it. I like it.
Yeah. So how many
I
stars?
saw something about
would
that
you
on
give it?
Twitter yesterday.
Elementals, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it 4. I'm gonna give it 4.
So it had
That's decent.
a racial context to it. Did you get that?
It did, yeah, I did get that. Were they saying the tree people were like what, the minorities, or who was? No, the fire people was the minorities.
Yeah, 5 people
Yeah,
were
yeah.
minorities that had their own town. They couldn't integrate with each other. It had a good backstory. I mean, and then like the daughter, like it touched me just because of my daughter. You know, it's the dad and the daughter side of things. I won't give up too much to the movie, but
It's funny because Sarah said she cried too at that same part. It's funny that you said that.
Which
You
one?
got emotional. The
bow?
part the bow. Yeah, that's what got her. I was like, why?
It's a
Really?
big scene.
All right, I guess.
It's a big scene, man.
But yeah, it was cool.
She has a daughter, so she understands.
Yeah, true. No, I think it was more about like her and her father. You know, because her father
Oh,
passed.
that would
her
make me
father's
cry.
not. Her father's not here anymore. So yeah.
Yeah. I cry with anything like that anymore. Like a daughter-father combo, tears. Just
Yeah.
can't help it.
I saw a lot of
Once you lose your
criticism.
dad, it's like, it's tough.
I saw a lot of the criticism was that the movie was marketed like a romance, but it wasn't really about the romance. It was about like an immigrant story, and that they completely
both.
mismarketed
It
it.
was both.
It was good. It was a good bit of both.
It
I would
about
suggest it.
It's about interracial couples, so that should have made KJ cry, but KJ's emotional. He was,
I'm not the only one that should have made cry. I'm not the only one in an interracial relationship.
Right?
I mean, I cried. I shed a tear.
Okay, that's true.
Not because of that, but
So you don't care about Jess, is what you're saying. You don't give a damn. no.
right now, nope, I don't. I'm not even talking to Jess right now. Kiss
Oh,
my ass.
bullshit.
Just, I'm not. We're not talking. I'm not speaking to her right now.
Why?
Wow, what's going on?
Because she's not in the room.
She's just an asshole. She's being an asshole.
come
She's just
on.
in her mood. So we can all be assholes around her.
Is that a thing though? Because I feel like I'm like that too. Like if I see like Sarah's in a bad mood, it makes me not want to it makes me not want to be the bigger person. Like it makes me want to just be the even.
Yeah, bro. It's a transfer.
I don't know why it is.
I don't want to be around that energy. Like,
That's
miss
funny.
me.
I'm not mature enough yet, Ash, for that stuff.
Still working on it, huh?
I'm still working on myself.
Got you.
You want to go to jail or you want to go home?
Do you feel that same way, Ash? Like, if Joe's like in a bad mood, something, does that affect you, or you just like forget him? I'm good.
I try not to let anybody's mood affect me.
Gotcha.
At all.
It's hard.
Because listen, if I can't control how you feel. I can't control what you're going through. I can try to give you my support and know that I'm there for you, but like don't be pushing that shit on me. Like I don't want none of your energy. That's not. But I will say I'm very fortunate that Joe and I've been together for almost a decade, and I've seen him in a bad mood once, and that is it. So,
that's hard to believe.
That.
Joe
is the most even-keeled person I've ever met in my entire life. This motherfucker's on a different level. Like,
right.
He's the one that has really taught me how to look at life from a different perspective. And let me tell you, I'm a better person for it.
Nice.
Good for Joe.
I'm just convinced Joe is like Superman or something. Like he's a superhero of some sort that he's not telling
Joe's
Ash.
the best.
Yo, Ash always has the best answers when it comes to like relationship stuff. Like
she does.
It's crazy.
She's killing it.
It's insane.
I'm trying, man.
All right, lots of news.
Yeah, lots of news on the WVU front.
Yup. Let's get into it.
Yeah, man. My boy Josh Eilert. He's a new head coach of WVU men's basketball team, man. I'm happy for my boy.
It's about time. They should have announced him from the beginning.
Right.
Should have just done it from the jump.
How you feel about it, Ash?
I think this was a wonderful decision. I think that's what they should have done from the beginning. I don't know. Because I think that in order to keep some normalcy, because what happened was not normal. No one could have solved this coming. You know what I mean? Like, in order to keep things pushing and moving forward in the right direction, I think this is going to allow our team to feel more comfortable, right? It's the coaching staff that they've had minus Hugs, right? So really, I just feel like it's the best thing for us right now. Now, that's not to say that come spring that maybe the right decision won't be to try to, climb the ladder and see what's out there. But as of right now, this is the right move to make.
Ash will be cussing Josh out and come
right. It's like, when is football season?
You guys know me way too well. This is so something I will do.
What you think, KJ? What do you think about the...
I agree with Ash. I think it was the right decision. I think it was the best decision for this for this certain situation. Like she said, it was, everything happened so quick that you got to try to put a Band-Aid on it the best you can. And I feel like this was it. And I also feel like even though Josh hasn't coached before, I feel like he's qualified for it because he's been around players, he's been around Hugs, so hopefully he's picked up some things. And then just from his presser, I seen that he said, he wants to keep the same defensive principles for the most part with Hugs, but he wants to switch up the offense a little bit, which I was encouraged by because, like we said, we wanted to see the offense switched up. We don't want to see the 5-out motion anymore. We didn't feel like it was working, especially with the talent we have now. So I was encouraged to see that he said that, he's going to stay with the core principles, but he's going to put his own spin on it. So I think it makes for a good move this season. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, like Ash said, I wish they would have just did it earlier, so we could have retained some of those players and they could have did damage control. But we were in limbo for 6 days, 7 days?
Yeah.
5.
5, but
it was 5 days exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a tough job, for Run to have to make that type of decision so quick, but I get it. But I wish we could have did that just to keep Trey around and the other guys that jumped in the portal. But Josh, he's an example, just paying your dues and sticking around and good things will happen, So he started in the film room, so he probably knows more than honestly what Hugs knew as far as other teams, X's and O's, plays other teams run, stuff like that. So he's very knowledgeable of the game, So
Right.
It's crazy.
Plus, I know somebody else who got pushed into a head coaching position that they didn't know if they was ready for, and look how that turned out. So he went to Eastern Conference Finals. So that's just a prime example of that too. But yeah, he went to Eastern Conference Finals. So I'm expecting the same thing. I feel like Josh, he works hard. He's a student of the game as well. Like, so he knows what's going on from an X's and O's standpoint. Now, you know, there's going to come bumps in the road where they might go on a 1, 2, whatever 3-game losing streak, and people are like, oh, I knew we shouldn't have hired him or whatever. But I hope he blocks out the noise and is just, you know, just focuses on what's important. So I feel like they'll have a pretty decent season.
So Josh was the film guy when me and KJ were in school my freshman year.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Oh,
the
I didn't
film
know
guy.
that.
Yeah, so he I used to watch film with him all the time. Like after games and stuff like that, we would go just sit down and watch film about he would show you you should have been here, you should have did this, do that, do that. You know what I mean? I'm graduated in 2011, so he's been doing that for a long time. So I'm glad to see that, you know.
Yeah.
Fun fact,
It's
Josh
taken
had
him a long while to get here. So, you know what I mean? Clearly, he's put in his dues.
Right. Fun fact, Josh has a picture of me on his wall in his office. Well, he did have one. So that means he hates John because he doesn't have a picture of him on.
Or he wants to be motivated by mediocrity every day.
That's true. Hey, listen, that's fine too. however way you get there. Now, I'm not mad at it. However way you get there.
He was a West Virginia video coordinator from 2007 to 2013, coordinator and director of basketball ops from 2013 to 22, interim assistant coach 2016 and 17, assistant athletics director for basketball operations last year, and assistant coach last year.
He's gradually just moved up every year.
It's just making up titles.
Mm-hmm. And,
so, I mean,
and he played for Hugs,
basketball
right?
operations. What a title!
What?
He played for Hugs.
Yeah, he played for Hugs too.
Oh, at Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a walk-on?
I'm not sure. It might have been.
And he is very much so like an alpha male. Like if you ever hang around Josh, lift with him, he has to be like the man in the room. Like he used to just eat weights for breakfast every summer when I came back to lift.
Him and Coach Andy.
Yeah, they used to be in there wilding.
Yeah. Yes.
Just throwing weights around.
Right. But one of the nicest people you'll meet, though, Josh. Super cool dude. Anytime you're around him. So yeah, I'm happy for him, man. Nice. What are we thinking about? We have 3 people in the portal right now. One who's officially already transferred, Trey, transferred to University of Kentucky, and we got Joe Toussaint and Mohamed Waggy in the portal right now. Do you think they're coming back, or you think it's over?
Man.
I don't think James
and John.
I don't think Waggy and James spoke to each other before they both just jumped in the portal like that, because we need another big. So
right.
I'm not sure if they both want to start and they just know they're not going to start over Edwards, because it's not even a Edwards is the stud.
That's not a debate.
It's not. It's not
up for debate. Sorry.
No offense. No offense to their game, but
anybody who scores
that
on
doesn't
me,
mean he's not going to get minutes, though. That's what I mean. That's the thing that kills me the most. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
James would have stepped up. Yeah, James would have stepped up and been that role player that we needed for sure. Like, just come off the bench, bring that energy real quick, and then give the starter a 5. I mean, the starter a break. He would have been really good at that. I don't know. I think he's gone, though. James is gone. I don't think he's coming back at all.
James is gone.
No, he didn't even leave the window open. He was like, I'm out. Nice to see you guys. Peace out.
But
someone said on Twitter, like, why even with the niceties? Like, just keep it real.
Just keep it real. Just leave. That's really how he feels. He just want to get, you know what I mean? I feel like both could be true. You could still feel the way you feel and still want to peace out because you think you got better opportunities somewhere else.
True.
I think they feel obligated to post all those dramatic messages because, like, the fans instantly yell at them. So they could be like, hey, I've been offered a really life-changing job. It is a job to me. Like, this is going to make so many dreams possible come through. And someone will go, you. But, like, if they had stayed, they would have been like, we love you.
So, what's up with the accent, bro?
Yeah, well.
Sheesh.
That's his impression of West Virginia fans.
Wow. It's my impression of generic online Twitter anger.
Wow.
I would agree with that, Dave. Yes, that's the sound.
People be lying on Twitter too. Like, this is like someone else's job. Like I said that yesterday. Like, if you had a job that offered you 5 times the amount that you're making right now, you would probably consider leaving. And people like, no, not if I was happy with the job I'm at. And like
fronting. They be out the first chance they get.
Listen, I can attest to this. That's a lie.
Yeah, like,
I was happy at my job too, and that's a lie.
Right.
Somebody makes you an offer, and you're like, I'm sorry. Money talks, man. I don't give a f.
What's that?
Money talks.
Especially when you're a broke college student. It definitely talks.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
John Combe. Well, Dave left a tweet.
I seen something where I thought it was funny because this is super true. It's like when a fan base hears a player is leaving, they like, this person's the worst player ever. And then when a new fan base picks them up, they're like, they're the best pickup we've ever had. Yeah. I feel like that's so true. Like, people either hype you up if you go into their school, or they downplay you if you leave in their school. Like, it's crazy.
Trey was.
You see it.
I was excited for Trey, man. I think like he grew like two more inches. Like, did you stand next to Trey recently, KJ?
Nah, I haven't.
I really want to say I think he grew like 2 more inches, and he just looked a lot better. He looked a lot more comfortable, a lot more confident in his game. So I was looking forward to him playing. I'm hearing he got 850 over in Kentucky line.
Yeah. I mean, which is probably what he wanted, because you got to think about it. Each year the price is going up and up. So the first year, the guys who were there is not getting the same amount as the guys that's coming in now. So if I'm sitting there looking, I just played my ass off in the Big 12 and did all this stuff, and somebody is getting more than me that's just coming in and hasn't proven themselves, I'm gonna feel some type of way. So I'm sure it probably happened with Trey. And then Kentucky, like, which it's hard to people not gonna want to hear this. It's hard to turn down it's hard to turn down Kentucky, bro.
And people are still.
I want to know why. Why is it hard to turn down Kentucky? They haven't been shit in a long time.
Just one, John Calipari and his connections through the draft, and just how many, just even the 6th man on that bench, or if you didn't play, has an opportunity to at least sniff an NBA court. You know what I mean? You can't say that with a lot of different places. And just off that opportunity alone, that's going to attract kids, no matter, regardless of how their record has been the past couple years or not.
That's one.
Yeah, that's going to make me look at NBA kind of funny, though, at the same time, because I didn't know too much about Calipari. Like, I've heard things about him through the years, but Bleacher Report did, like, top 20 scummiest coaches of all time, and he came in at number 2.
What is that based on, though? What is that based on?
Like, the fact that he's been kicked out of 2 schools for doing shady shit, like things that were really illegal. And yeah, and one of the things that he's known to do is basically talk to players when he shouldn't be talking to players. And we know that happens.
Hey, the realest thing I ever heard about John Calipari was a story DeMarcus Cousins I seen. He had an interview with KG, Kevin Garnett, and he was saying that Calipari went into his office, like, because he was thinking about coming back his sophomore year. And he was like, if you want to take care of my family, you'll come back. If you want to take care of your family, you'll leave. And that's all I needed to hear from that. That's the realest shit ever, because a lot of guys will hold kids back just because they want their program to be better, but he's not like that.
Yeah, Calipari's players love him. Like, he's a player's coach. Like, he doesn't like, a lot of coaches want their kids to, like, stay in school and help them win a championship. He cares about the players and, like, their future.
Right. So, and the biggest thing, he knows how to manage egos. You have to know how to manage egos. All this top star 5-star recruit players you got coming in every year, you got to be good at being able to manage egos and having them play together. And I think that's probably his best attribute.
Number 2, why KJ would have left WVU to go to Kentucky is because of the money. It's just they have more money than us.
I never said that. I'm good with my choice. I'm glad of where I went to school at. I wouldn't pick anywhere else.
I answered this tough question on Twitter earlier, so you got to answer it now too.
Okay.
If back in school, when you were in school, and say we were in this transfer portal situation, you were getting, let's say, 150 at WVU. It's just good money it's just good money.
Right.
But let's say Calipari or Duke came along and said, "Hey, we got $850 for you."
Right.
I already know what Gerard's saying.
Yeah, Gerard. If it was up to Gerard, it's over. It's
Gerard's
over.
KJ's brother. That's his brother.
Gerard's my big brother. Shout out my big bro. See, when money comes, that's different. That's $700,000. Like that's $700,000 more, bro. That's crazy.
It's life-changing money. So what people
go ahead.
Now
I was gonna say, even if I don't play, even if I go there and don't play, I'm still guaranteed $800,000. I'm going. I gotta go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And that golden blue till I die, but doesn't, you know what I mean? As they say, once a mountain there, always a mountain there, right? So just because I left doesn't mean I'm not.
So my question to you, Kev, when we talked about the NBA, John said, would you give up $3 million in Japan for $1 million in the NBA? And you said, I've got to give up that $3 because my dream has always been the NBA.
Right.
So why does the money matter now in college than
his dream is
because
it's two different playing fields.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at money as an outsider. That's all I'm.
You're switching from one college team to another college team, not a different league in a different country to the NBA. You're comparing apples and oranges.
It's kind of a different situation. So the money, I would say for me, the money is not as big of a priority to me if I'm going into the NBA because it's the NBA. So that's where everybody's trying to get to. But it would be bigger for me if I'm a broke college student going from one college to another. Like I feel like that's a bigger jump to me. That's why I would care more about the money if I was in college.
Yeah. And you can still love WVU with all your heart and get that type of offer and leave. Like coaches do it all the time. Like Beeline did it. Right. The coach from the women's team just did it. Like no one says anything. Like what do you expect? Like I'm confused about what people expect here.
Exactly.
And you want to know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
You want to know what's crazy? People are still trying to say that Oscar made the wrong decision because he didn't get drafted.
No, hell no. Like Oscar made draft money. Like the people that's getting drafted right now, he made their money.
He made more money than most of the people in the draft.
And he'll still always could be able to go back to Kentucky and do whatever. You know what I mean? And still get more money. So no, Oscar didn't make. That's what I was saying about the It's just not even so much the money. It's just like the opportunity, the name of Kentucky. Like once you wear that, like that means a lot.
So what did the Kentucky name help him in the draft though?
No, I told John this. Like I was like, Oscar's not going to get drafted. Just his age. Like the older you are in college, that's the more strikes that's against you when it comes to the draft. Like they don't like drafting older guys. Their mentality is like, if you're older and you've been in college this long, you're probably not that good. You should have left your freshman or sophomore year. That's what hurt. That's what hurt Oscar. Is the longer he's been in college. It doesn't matter what he did.
Yeah, because he was the player of the year in college. So I mean, he wasn't. I don't think he was going to get player of the year at WVU. I don't think he was going to do that. I just don't.
No, and that's not a slight on Oscar, but I was just wondering, like, if they had all those connections, why didn't that help him there?
And he signed a 2-way contract, so he's on a team.
Yeah, he's on a team still, regardless.
It's probably better for him to just sign by himself instead of going in the second round, right, KJ? Because he probably negotiate his money and get whatever.
Exactly. Sometimes it's better. You got the Gilbert Arenases of the world, even Duncan Robinson. He just got the most money from an undrafted player ever. He got $90 million. So there's other ways. There's more than one ways to skin a cat. So he's gonna be fine. Like Oscar's gonna be fine regardless. Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know because people were saying that St. John's was looking at Joe. I know Joe is from New York, Joe Toussaint. So Rick Pitino is there now, so that might be an attractive offer for him. Being at the crib,
Toussaint. Yeah, I want to see JoJo stick around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
he's gotten a lot better. His confidence is up too. I mean, he's just he could fly, he could play. You know what I mean? I would like to see him stick around.
But we do got Kerr though that just came in.
They all can't play 40 minutes.
Exactly, and maybe that's what he's looking at Kerr like, yo, we probably gonna be splitting minutes at the best. We're gonna be splitting minutes. So I don't want to split minutes with nobody. I want this to be my team. Like I thought it was gonna be going into the season. That's how I be thinking.
So it might be easier on Josh to not have to worry about that stuff. But I think the more that they buy into the team aspect of it, and what they can do together, the better off they will be. You know, I think everybody's trying to be a star, and now everybody's going for that NIL money next year. So it's a whole different ballgame, bro. Yeah. It's crazy.
People are saying that Jose is now on the bubble because he's done his thing of deleting all his WVU stuff on Instagram and posting cryptic messages.
Jose is a nut.
Jose is different. Jose is different.
Jose is a nut.
Do you think he did it on purpose then, like to just mess with people, or what do we think his reasoning is? Or do we think he's actually going to leave?
I think he's just a nut.
Okay.
Gotcha. Jose. I mean, I love Jose too. I mean, he's a leader. He could play. Like he's really good. He's just a nut.
I think a lot of these guys are using the portal as a bargaining chip too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I hope that they don't get left out there and just see that the market ain't really, you know what I mean? The market ain't really talking to them like that. And then now they just kind of screwed themselves by going out there and seeing that they might not have the market price that they thought they had. Yeah. So I don't know.
It'll be crazy if we sign somebody else from the portal and then
that's what I'm saying.
Can't come back.
That's what I'm saying. Now, or if he do come back, he gonna have to come back for the lower than what he was originally getting.
I did not think about that.
That's the risk you run,
dude. Okay, all right, yeah.
KJ, if you're a coach, are you feeling some type of way if a player jumps in the portal?
Not right now. I mean, it is what it is. Like we getting other people's players. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna get our players eventually. I just know what it is. It like you can't have emotions in this because it's not about that. Like before, it was more emotional because there was no incentive besides you hate the school that you wanted to leave. There was no money incentive. But now that there is money attached to it, you just can't be emotional in this situation that's going on now.
Right.
I'm saying, like, if you're a coach and, like, the player goes in the portal and he's like, hey, I want to come back. Would you let him back? Or you just like...
Yeah, I would let him back depending on how good he was. Like, I might have kicked him out if he did go in the portal. I might already.
That's funny. Apparently, yeah, Joe's getting a lot of looks, apparently. Texas Tech, Kansas State. He's doing a day trip to Alabama, and he's doing some Zoom calls with Gonzaga and Miami.
Would you
come back to the Big 12?
That's what I was just about to ask you, John. Would you come back in conference? Because a lot of guys have been doing that.
I would love to. Yeah, I would love to play my old team. I like stuff like that, though.
Be a JB situation?
I'm a nut. Yeah, I like stuff like that.
It feels shady. Weird. I don't know why. Why does that feel so dirty? It feels so dirty.
It is kind of dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Like it is a little bit dirty.
How's that dirty?
It just feels wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, exactly. Yeah, you want to go to another conference for sure. But like the fact that the other schools in the Big 12 are trying to pick up from us just feels wrong, and vice versa. Even if we did it, it just feels wrong for some reason.
Have we got anybody else from I don't think we've gotten anybody else from the Big 12 though.
Got Joe from Iowa last year.
Iowa, but that's not Iowa State though.
Yeah, it's not Iowa State.
He didn't go to.
I was in Big 10.
I think he went to Iowa.
He went to Iowa in the Big 10. Nah.
Oh, I thought he went to Iowa State.
Yeah, but
what's the name from Texas? Trey went to Texas.
Oh yeah, Trey did go to Texas. Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
And that was a big time pickup. Yep. So, hey, listen, that's what I'm saying. You can't be emotional because everybody's doing it. Like you're doing, like we're doing it too. Like how can I be mad?
What was Trey's numbers last year?
That's crazy. So those guys have been jumping around.
Yeah, you gotta know.
Yeah,
gotta know. I wonder.
I thought they changed. Oh, never mind. We lost a coach, so it probably breaks all rules, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
where it's like you know, because didn't they go back to like you can only transfer like.
I thought nobody could. The way it was explained to me that nobody could transfer regardless of a coaching change or not. Nobody could enter the portal, and now you can do it. I'm confused by that.
Yeah. So apparently, from what I read, you have to get in the portal before the deadline, but you can be in the portal way after that. Mm-hmm. So teams can still pick people up out of the portal past the deadline, but in order to get in, you have to go in before that. Before the deadline.
Okay.
Yes. Do you think, hypothetical, if Deshaun Butler, who Deshaun was in college, if he transferred after his junior year and came out to WVU, do you think he would get like a standing ovation, or would they boo him?
They would totally fucking boo him.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, what?
Is that even
if they did that to Jalen, imagine what they would have done to Deshaun.
Yup.
No, we just talking about Deshaun Butler, though. So, I mean.
No, that's what I'm saying. The better the player is. If you was trash and nobody cared if you transferred. Nobody cares. But Deshaun's one of the GOATs, so yeah.
They'd be real pissed.
So why,
it's different. If we lose a kid that's deep down the bench and nobody gives a shit about it, it's like, well, that was a good kid. You know, I root for him wherever he goes. He's a good kid. You get, someone on Deshaun's caliber, we'd be like, fuck that motherfucker, traitor sons of bitch. Like, it would be on.
So why, like...
Ash should be the one leading the charge.
So why, like, does LeBron get...
that, though, Ash?
So why doesn't LeBron get booed in, like, Miami?
Because what do you mean? First of all, it's a little bit different. The NBA is a little bit different, right? Now, LeBron still gets booed in fucking Cleveland.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
When LeBron first got back to Cleveland, what? Mm-hmm. They was burning his jersey and all that. Yep. And also the reason why he wouldn't get booed going back to Miami, he won them 2 rings. What they already got we got the rings out of you. Like, we good. Like, you can go wherever you want.
Yep.
No, but
Deshaun Butler took to the Final Four and Big East championship.
No, but that would have been his senior year. He did that. You said going into his senior year.
I said a hypothetical situation.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
what you.
So the hypothetical would have taken him out before he did that.
Exactly.
Holy shit! All right.
That's the hype. You said it.
I said hypothetically, if Deshaun could transfer to another school.
You said from his junior year to senior. That's exactly what
you said. The junior year. You did. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. I said, yeah. You want to bet? Y'all want to bet?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Rewind the tape.
Another bet John loses because he
$100 cold hard cash right here.
I don't have no money.
Says the future financial advisor.
But not. I didn't say that. Whatever. You guys are assholes.
So with the team as constructed,
I put a chapter mark there to go back.
Okay,
and we'll highlight that clip.
So with the team currently constructed, let's just say Joe and Mo leave. Do you think we have enough to compete in the Big 12? And James left too.
Yeah.
So I think we do.
You got Kerr, you got Raekwon, you got Jesse Edwards. Yeah, we're gonna pick up more, but we don't know who. So
I still think we have our starting 5, though.
Yeah, we have the talent. We have a good solid 7.
I think that we have the core 3 that's still there. I think, I don't want to say to the other players that left, but I feel like that's who we was trying to get to stay in the first place. Raekwon, Jesse, and Kerr. I think those 3 was who we was hoping praying to God didn't leave, so they didn't leave. I think we should be all right.
Everyone's going to have to buy into their roles. That'll be the downfall of this team if, like, everyone doesn't just buy into the roles that they have. Like, Josiah Harris has a big opportunity coming up.
I think so. I like Josiah. I like Josiah a lot.
You're going to want to be the man and do all that other stuff. You know what I mean?
Early starting 5. I'm calling it right now. Kerr at the 1, Raekwon at the 2, Josiah at the 3, Pat at the 4. This is all depending. This is right now, as of right now, and then Jesse at the 5.
Say that again. Kerr at the 1.
Raekwon at the 2, Josiah at the 3, Pat at the 4, Jesse at the 5.
See, you already not starting Jose. I know he gonna have a problem with that.
You think? Oh, so then he just gonna have a problem? You think he's starting over Kerr?
Cause he had to sit out all last year. First of all, so I know he wants to play. I know he wants to start. I just know. I don't know. I can't. He didn't tell me that. I just know him.
Yeah,
and I just know, like, so that's already a problem. Right?
Well, I just feel like if the portal's any indication of whose value on the team, what the value on the team is, I'm not talking about who's better. I'm talking about the value on the team as far as the portal's concerned and how much money they put into a player. He ain't starting. I mean, that's just the nature of it. Unless he got to severely outplay Kerr to start, in my opinion.
That's the thing, though. Like they could do that. Like if they buy into that, they'd be a really good team. Like Jose is they're two totally, completely different players.
Imagine
so if they buy into that, they'll be a really good team. But I just don't know if they'll do it. Imagine
your team. You got Jose coming off the bench at the one. Like you don't drop off nothing. You don't drop off nothing. Exactly. It's like Joe. It's like Joe and Truck. Like I feel just like you said, completely when we play completely opposite players. But when they on the court, you know, maybe offense drops down if Joe gets on the court. Maybe defense drops down if Truck gets on the court. But they still kind of level each other out. You know what I mean? So they both still got their strengths.
And that's what happened. Joe bought in. Mm-hmm. Never heard Joe talk about I should start or any of that.
Right.
Just bought in, got in, played his role, played hard, and it made us a better team.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see, man. But I just Jose's
I hope they do.
This tweet is interesting. You guys looking at this? That's interesting.
What is it?
Look to your left there as to what Dave has pulled up.
A dart?
So perfect guidance said, notice everything, stay quiet. Jose Perez tweets a bullseye.
It means nothing. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what that means.
Notice everything, stay quiet.
He's watching his surroundings.
See, that's
mean a lot of things.
I don't like these cryptic tweets like that mean nothing. This means nothing.
He could literally be talking about his girl or something. Like, you don't have no clue what he's talking about.
It is open to interpretation.
Even though we know he's not, but still,
but we're in full West Virginia team meltdown mode, so like everything has a meaning that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
People are tracking flights.
People are tracking flights?
Yeah, Vaughn was doing wall-to-wall coverage of people flying into town, had someone stake out the airport in case Beeline was there.
Oh, Jesus.
Guys.
Beeline ain't coming here. They went to him.
Yeah.
That was never going to be a thing.
This is the Final Fourcast podcast.
That was another episode of the Final Fourcast featuring me, one of your co-hosts, Kevin Jones. I hate Dave. Our lovely co-host, Ashley.
That's me.
Super producer, Dave.
You didn't even say anything about John. You just skipped over John.
No, because I was trying to make you mess up. No. I was trying to make you mess up because I thought you were still mocking me.
Just remember, I can record another track and edit myself perfectly. Oh, there's Jess.
Hey.
Trying to get back in John's. Yeah.
She's about to get shot. That's what she's about to do.
She's about to use that.
Sneaking in here like.
That's okay. I didn't want to turn the light on this morning and like wake Joe up, so I used the flashlight on my phone. He informed me this evening that he thought someone was robbing the house this morning.
Is that the cops?
He's like, you scared the shit out of me. I thought someone was robbing the house.
Come over here and tell these people what you've been doing.
All right, Kev, just wrap it up before they start doing this domestic on person.
Got my boy J Flow in the building with me.
Yep. Derp.
Super producer Dave. As always. See you next time.